Hello, amigo. Gardens 1 on Instagram. Food Fighters. This is episode 33.5. Of course, it's Thursday, so this is Weed Nerd World. Hope you guys had a great week. Southern Big T. Cheers. Claiming that first C spot. CJ Apple following. Hey, my chat out. What's up, Nick? Hopefully you're having a good day. Live chat ready. Martial artist in the house. Got it going here. What are you guys smoking on? I'm gonna roll something up. Probably some Purple Punch. Mr. Brett Anderson. Hopefully I brought my food in here. What are y'all smoking on? I see chat standing. Yeah. Anthony Dawson. Leave me alone. Turn your phone on hold. On the phone. It's a fun one to say anyway. What else we got here? I think I got the other piece of that. Purple Punch.
Right, and if you happen to decline,
something else up with my mind.
That's the form of success. If you believe in the S, you'll be relieving your stress. I might walk, but they looking at. I might walk, but they looking at. It's the one that
better or worse? Justin Mads, how you doing? Maybe because that's so loud behind me. Turn it down. Supreme Grape. It's back. Oh, it's back. Sony Creek, what's up? Brett Anderson smoking some of your flower. How you doing? Hey, CJ. Thank you. Who else threw that out there? Brandon Family Farms, I believe, picked that up. Trying not to say nothing there. Cheers, Brandon Family Farms. Hopefully your daughter had an amazing birthday as well. CJ, thanks. Marshall, thanks. I see you popping in. Shut this off. What up, Izini?
Cheers, brother.
How you been, man?
Good, good. Happy birthday.
Nice. Garden's been looking good, my friend.
Hang on a second. I've just got getting a few things sorted, get my bits together so I can make a joint. 2 seconds.
Cheers, everybody. One smoke away. Kevin O'Donnell, cheers to you, Mrs. Justice Mads. Thank you. And cheers to you. It's Stony Creek right now. Thank you again. Mr. Justice Mads, thank you. And appreciate you, brother. See here. I guess I know.
So have you had a good day?
Yeah, it's a good day. Got me a nice run in. Hung out. Just kind of got me a little rest.
What was your best present?
Well, that's an easy one. It was nothing. I was there. Yeah. I don't usually. I tell everybody to leave me alone on my birthday too. I don't. It's not one of those things I usually celebrate.
Well, you got to, know, you gotta accept that love sometimes, Eagle.
Yeah, I guess. It gets a little harder as we go on, I guess. When I was young, it used to be a fucking holiday. You know what I mean? They used to do
Yeah.
a couple of day bender way back when. What's a funny? Thank you. Cheers. Say five. What you watering? Is that what you was doing?
I was just sorting out my partner with a drink quickly.
Nice.
I was meeting the demands before I can chill.
Meeting of the minds. That sounds like a good time. Yeah, I went out. I ran today. I went out and did 8.5. 8.5. Ran last night. Did had a good run last night. Called that. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, man. It's like fucking 52 degrees in the middle of February. I mean, that in itself was an amazing present right there.
Yeah, it's wet and cold here and windy. I don't mind the rain and I don't mind the snow and the cold and everything else, but when it's a combination of the wind and the rain, it's just hot and it blows in your face if you want to go out and everything.
Yeah, I'm not so cool with the rain. I'd rather deal with the rain than the wind, to be honest with you. It's a little bit windy to here today. It wasn't terrible, but man, a little bit. I decided to go out of my comfort zone and run a path that I ain't never ran and seen some beautiful terrain along the way. DLP's in Mexico. Thank you, my friend. Cheers to you. Hopefully you're having a good week. So how was your day? I seen it as you step away.
Sorry, did you just say something to me then?
Yeah, I asked you how your day was.
Oh yeah, it's been quite productive actually. I just cleaned some plants, potted some seeds, got a few things done really. You know, some days that I don't do a lot, and I'm like, I know I need to do it, and I just put it off and put it off and put it off. And today I got sort of like five things done all at once. So it was a productive day for me.
Nice. Those are always good days.
I
The
suppose
end.
the issue is smoking weed all day. Waking and baking it tends to fuck the day up.
Yeah, some days it sets it off, but some days it can set it back. That's for sure. I find that working around the house can be. It isn't necessarily uh the morning wake and bake. It's more over the just access to stopping. You know what I mean? It ain't such a big thing. I'm home. I can stop and smoke a joint, and I'll get back to it. That that joint may slow some days down, but that morning joints, that's a necessity for me, man.
Yeah,
It is.
I've
I stand there and stretch and drink my coffee. Yeah, it's a necessity.
I was having a break I was potting up 2 plants, and every 2 plants I was going and having a joint and a coffee. That's got me done.
I'm still. Well, are you really fucking double jointed like that? I'm curious. Ever since that one night you were on and you flipped up, holy fuck, yeah. Even after that episode, I was like, do you think that was as really his legs like that or what?
Yeah, see, so this, hang on.
That's crazy, man. It's got to come in handy, man.
Yeah, no, because I have to be careful because I can what you call it, hyperextend easily, and my body has to work harder to keep everything where it should be aligned and stuff. And when I go to sleep and everything else, everything because your muscles relax when you go to sleep, and then that's really bad for me because everything starts popping out, just subluxing and dislocating and stuff.
Oh, I
Yeah,
could see that.
I
Yeah.
can't sleep on my side because I don't know if you can see how much movement I've got in my shoulder there.
That
That
pops out, eh?
yeah, I can almost fold in half, almost just under my own weight and everything. Like
Wow.
sitting in a chair, I have to be really careful of my posture because I slouch over, and then I get all this pressure and pain and everything all in my abdomen and stuff because I've been sitting there all hunched over and stuff. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but
Cheers, Buddha. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, happy birthday, friend.
I appreciate that. I really do. How you been?
Oh,
boy,
just haven't been running today. I've just been running behind all day.
That
But
counts. That's
yeah, no fucking
counts.
shit. You got to be an Olympic athlete to deal with the shit I haven't done. But I talked to Isony for a moment earlier, and I just said, "You go on, buddy, and I'll go on." And I'm gonna try not to talk so much, but I want to honor you both. You're a couple of gentlemen, so I'm in good company.
Both are very much so. I'm glad you did pop on. You smoking anything currently, or?
I have a bong in front of me that I'm gonna load up here. Let me get back to you on that. Actually. So, Isony, you're a wonderful man. I mean, I just love your diversity of thought and your gardening and your skills and your heart. I think that there's nothing wrong with you that just a little bit of outdoor gardening wouldn't help. You just need about 5 acres, 10 acres of your own fenced in land and fucking, keep the man off your back and do what you do.
exactly. That's my dream, bullet boy. Is to be out of this rat race and everything, and to be self sufficient and just have what I care about. And I spoke about it plenty of times. It's just my family, and those that are closest and nearest and dearest to me, my immediate family. Because we all got people in our families
Yeah.
that we don't really sort of like speak that don't play a part in our lives. But
Right.
our wives, our sons and our daughters, that's my world. And if I could, like I say, I envy sort of like what you have because you are sort of so removed from the hustle and the bustle of everything, and you have to be that self sufficient. I'd love to put a lot of what I've learned into practice, and I just can't where I'm at because I'm almost trapped by the system at the moment. In a way, I'm free in my own mind, but I have to play the game to a degree.
It'll happen in time. You're a rugged individualist either way. You're in an urban jungle right now, so just go back to the jungle. You know, um, even if it's just camping trips or hopping in the car and jamming everybody in it and going down to the seaside and fucking getting away from it. You need that. You're a poet. You have a real sensitive soul. So
Yeah.
that's my advice.
I am blessed where I live, I suppose, because I am I am rich in diverse history and culture and countryside, and I'm 20 minutes in a car away from the
Nice.
coast. So it's not even a stretch to get on a push bike and do it if I really fancied it, but I'd have to
Well, you could get
an electric
you could
one.
get you could get one of those electronic mountain bikes, that give you up to like 30 miles an hour and for, 5 hours at a time. And, you still get your pedaling in, but you can get a little assistance up those hills, those cobbles, whatever you have around there, the knolls. Anyway, I'm just like Eagle has found new life in running. I encourage anybody, even if you can just walk or shit, if you can't walk, just have somebody drive you somewhere and go sit on the hood or on a rock. Just get that fucking fresh air. Anyway, I'm gonna mess with my screen here too. Let's see here.
Speaking of
Bingus.
what you've been
Namaste.
Greetings, my friend.
Buddy. Sorry, mate.
Happy birthday, Eagle.
Thank you, sir. How you doing?
Good. I had a good birthday. I see him. And Buddha Boy. Dude, I love your hat, man.
Funny thing story, a couple Christmases ago, I was going on a trip and somebody was going with me and I was looking at Amazon to get just some travel clothes. You don't want to wear the same duds, just ante up, pay $150 and get yourself a few new outfits. And there was like 2 hats for $20. So I gave the tracking mate the other one in a nice favorable color and we both got to walk around in style.
Twofers. I love twofers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. My old man, my dad, he had a funny saying that it makes you just sit there and wonder. It doesn't really make you laugh, but he'd say, "How you doing?" He'd say, "As many as I can, and the weak ones twice."
Yeah,
you kind of go, is like how do you answer that?
I relate to that generation, Bingus. I kind of count you into that generation because you were, influenced. You're baby boomer, I assume, maybe right on the cusp of being. And I have a lot of respect for that generation of people, and then also their forefathers too, because those guys had some real grit and character.
Yeah, humans. Yeah, it's good to see everybody.
You too, Bingus.
Dude, hello everybody in chat. I'm a little bit unable to answer all of you, but thank you so much for saying hi. Great to see everybody. I'm very high, just so you know.
That's a good revelation there. I'm glad you shared. You should be. You should be. It's a good day.
I want to admit that right off. I've taken a couple gel caps, and they're working quite well.
Bingus, aren't you always high? I mean, like a highly actualized being, a light being, a creature of love and peace and beckoning.
I'd like to. I believe so. I'd like to emulate that, but I don't know. It's hard in this world of separation that we're in. But yeah, no, I've changed a lot in my life, and I've gone through a lot of stuff that's made me realize that pushing on a rope and pissing in the wind doesn't get you anywhere.
I just told my boys that this morning. We were talking about one of the fellows in my family. He married one of my daughters, who's a GI, and they're a GI family. They're into it. But one of the things the stupid soldiers do, and don't let me tell you that all soldiers are stupid, but they piss over their head. And it was like this: how do you get good at pissing over your head? And one of my kids says, "I tried it once," and the result. So here's the deal, dude. I'm not shitting you. These are the kind of conversations you have with your son.
Yeah.
Don't piss on your head. I said, I come from the school of not pissing in the wind, so pissing on my head doesn't come naturally.
Yeah, I got 3 boys. They definitely keep me guessing. They're all about your age.
Well, they must be good men. I'm sure of it. It's a hard world and it's hard to be perfect, but it's like this. At least we came up with some information in our time.
They're doing good. I'm pretty proud of all of them. Yeah. But yeah, it's Aquarius time. What was yours? Yours is the 5th, right, Egan?
Today, Bingy.
Oh, it's today. Fuck. All right. I'm right on time. For once. Yeah. Good. All right.
Today. You know,
8th. Okay, got it.
I heard you in my head today a little bit, Buddha, as I headed down the road for that run today. And I was gonna just head the same old path. And I've been debating on,
Right.
widening out and doing a circle or, changing whatever. And I kind of remembered your text from this morning, you know what I mean? And I
Oh,
fucking
right.
I just fucking hung a right, you know what I mean? And I've been looking at this path for so long, talking, I'm gonna go this route. Today I thought, man, today's the day, and I fucking hung a right, and I fucking headed down the path I ain't headed, I've yet to run, and it was challenging, and it was beautiful, and you know what I mean, and I I'm glad, you know what I mean. I stepped out of my comfort zone. I kind of heard, you know what I mean. God, it was a nice run, all in all, man. Even when I got to like a point where I told myself I was gonna go this far, turn back, and go the normal route. I got to there, and I was like, yeah, too beautiful. I'm heading that way, and it actually added a little bit,
Right.
you know what I mean. But it was
Yeah.
nice to step out of the comfort zone and just run through the country and fucking just, you know, soak it all in, get a little bit of sun, get a little bit of that, like pretty much forest bathing. It wasn't forest,
Yeah.
but man, it was the middle of nowhere. So,
You're
right.
Well, they say I think one of the running shoe brands even uses it as a logo, but I think it's sensible and it just keep exploring. When I go out and I go for a run, I'm not really going for a run. I'm going on an expedition. I'm going over familiar territory, but I'm inventorying things as I go. Thoughts, memories, the ecology, whatnot. And when you say you weren't in necessarily the woods, but you were in the wilderness, and that fresh air. And here's the deal: blessings come to the man who exercises on his birthday. Right? It's an optimistic and beautiful thing. So you just enjoy that. You earned it. Keep. I like to go on paths that have kind of grown in. So you're running along and you see this little. Oh, there's a path, kind of. It's like an animal path, maybe. And I'll go down it for 10 or 15 minutes sometimes, and then I got to remind myself to turn around because I might get lost, or I might. But I'm telling you, I know trails in my area that they're really special when you get to go on them, and you definitely got to mix it up, and they definitely have revelations on them. So and here's another thing: when you're running through the woods, oftentimes it sneaks up and bites you. Sometimes you trip over a rock or a root or this or that. So when you pick yourself up off the ground and get running again, that's a good feeling, because that's one thing you got to do in life is just fucking pick yourself up off the
I
ground.
about jumped my ass into the center of the road today. I was running along. I'm starting to, feel the road, countryside running more and more. So I'm trying to step off that road edge, you know what I mean? Get into the dirt, get my ankles used to a little bit different, softer terrain, all that good shit. And I'm running along the ditch edge today and really liking it. And I lost myself there a little bit. I was deep enough into the run to where it start to get to the like meditative like state. And I kind of like started coming downhill and snapped out of it in a little bit. I fucking look over to my right and there's a fucking dead deer like right there. And I just like I don't know why, but I didn't expect it. And it just was like boom right there from like the zone to dead deer. And I was just like, I was like one step, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a nice little boost, I guess, but I wasn't expecting it.
Well, that that's what life dishes up for you when you take the other way, the road less traveled. You usually fall on your face or fall on your ass, but it's like this: at least you have a memorable story, and usually you see something that absolutely nobody else has seen in quite some time.
The new.
Navigating novelty is always a pleasure, really, if you look at it the right way, even if it's negative or positive, it expands. I keep interrupting you. How you doing, brother?
You're not interrupting me, mate. I'm just commenting as well. I was like, yeah, I love the new breaking patterns, changing your routine. It's a way to experience uh changes in and it opens doors, new avenues to go down, and unless you change, you're just gonna live the same life you've been living every day, and that's a little bit boring in my eyes. I love the change, and sometimes even if it is a little bit hard or whatever, it's the being different and doing such stuff as, like you said, the new is keep us possible, keeping everyone going. Change, you're just gonna live the same life you've been living every day. That's a little bit boring in my eyes. I love the change, and sometimes even if it is a little bit hard or whatever, being different, stuff was like the new is what's going on there.
I think it's
Are we
bootable.
getting feedback? I'm so sorry. I turned on some new media and it started doing its fucking thing, didn't it? Shit, I'm not gonna panic. There you go. I won't do that. Fuck chat. Sorry guys, love you, but I'll get up my other computer here in a minute. Go ahead, Iceny. I didn't hear a word you fucking said for the last 2 minutes, but I don't think I ever will again.
You gave a perfect example of novelty.
Right. Chaos, the entropy, the discommunication of functions. Yeah, I am not listening to anything. Chaos rules. And you know what? I walk around like a dog with my nose in the air looking for a cute woman. I didn't say that. Not looking for anything.
Mr. Bingus has somebody that's just past the threshold themselves, and again, my senior there. So, you have any advice for us youngers that any words of wisdoms, keys to health, ways to stay out of trouble, just advice to help get there?
Smoke a lot of cannabis, take a lot of oil, just try to stay balanced. I mean, find yourself. That's the key. Find out who you really are. It's been my journey. Once you hit that spot, it's like the sweet spot, and things kind of balance out naturally, where you're not so annoyed with the imbalance because you view it as a novelty that needs to be accepted and experienced. So yeah, just look at things, dude. We don't. It's been my experience, because I had a near-death experience where I actually left my body. Okay, you don't die, so make the best of it. Take your fucking time. That's the other thing. I was always in a hurry. Why? For what? I mean, eternity, but dude, it's going to take a bit, like forever. So why rush it? And I think the lower density, the earth plane, allows us to see all the minute detail if we will actually look, take our time, because we're in a horizontal time line, right? Take our time to actually look up, down, look sideways, absorb everything as much as possible. But again, the challenges are in front of us and around us everywhere because of the social system that we're living in. But again, if we all know that, we can unite and solve it ourselves. We don't have to you're not the boss of me. You know what I mean? It's like, who the fuck do you think you are? All right. We have all these fail safes in place, and yet everyone ignores them. And all we have to really do is just remember who we are, number one, and treat others the way you would really like to be treated yourself. God dang. If you did that, if everybody did that, would we need to actually have governing? I don't think so. So I don't know, man. I don't plan on going away anytime soon, my friends. I'm at age 69 and I feel pretty damn good. So I don't know if it's wisdom. I think it's just revelations as I go along the timeline. Go ahead.
I think as you get older, you realise it's all about being the best you can be, bettering yourself, and helping other people to be the best that they can be too. So it's raising your vibration whilst raising the vibration around you as well. And together, everybody raises that vibration and comes together, and it feels magical. We can all feel it in this community that we have. We all come together like on the show, other shows, in chat rooms and everything else, and just the sheer generosity between us and everything else outstands me some days. You know, it's an amazing thing that we all connect to and subscribe to. Brilliant. And discovery. You always be looking for questioning and answers and trying to figure. That's the whole key, is trying to learn everything, see how everything works if you can.
While you
Hey,
can.
fucking man. Hey, this we're gonna do. We're gonna have prayer here for all the afflicted, and this is a freedom prayer, so we're gonna just make it free. So here's the deal, guys. Honestly, let's visualize prosperity, happiness, and abundance for everybody in our tribe. There's enough for everyone.
It's endless prosperity and all that. It's endless.
I'm high as fuck and I took a hero hit. Talk about activation. I love it. That's a dude again.
You're high as a kite.
I'm lit.
Sorry.
Cannabis.
I was just gonna say, bring some of that information to us, Bingus. I'll shut up, but share some of that enlightenment with us because I know you're on a trip.
No, it's cannabis, man. It's a companion plant for humanity. And I mean, we have the endocannabinoid receptors throughout our body. What more proof do we need? You know,
right?
It puts you in balance, which makes you really recognize that you have a soul, you know, and then you can connect with it, and that's, I think, the way out of the social program, this separatism, and so it's just a matter of changing how you view things and think. Possibly, if we adhere to what's being told to us as being truth, that's, I think, when we're lost, because then you're not relying on your own individuality and connection with the divine to feel and know what's true, not think, I think that's true. I think I've been told that's true. Is it true or not? Does it feel right? If it don't feel right, man, fuck that shit, in my opinion.
Just gonna say, Jah the creator is perfect. You know, you just got to learn the equation. You know, there's certain parts of the I'm trying to come up with my daughter's advanced physics. Like, you know, she's going to the top with that, but it's like this. I'm trying to think of, well, anyway, a proof or a theorem, you know, it's all in the question, you know. So ask the right questions and you'll definitely get some fucking answers.
There was a test done quite a while ago called the double slit test, where they put a candle or light behind a screen that had two slits in it. And then they walked away, and the camera took pictures, and it was just a glowing light on a background until they came up and they took pictures. And then it was focused into the two slits and it made two bars. So it was really just mingling and being in a beingness until it was actually focused on.
Fuck.
So that proves something. Plus, you talk about quantum, on the quantum level, they're trying to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a soul inside each one of these human bodies. And once they do that, it's nobody can say fuck that. You don't, you know. Then it will be a unification, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
everybody will have proof. And then it's like, okay, what are you going to do with that knowledge? Right now, it's not, it's like, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's to expand on what you said a little bit about the light and that experiment here, because I've watched it as well, and they were shooting photons, and actually, it's not just they were actually shooting the photons, and it's the basis, the bare component of light, and they're saying it actually behaves differently when it's being observed, and that was the whole thing. It acts. It's got a mind of its own, almost, is like God or something like that. There's everything is conscious and aware. That's what I'm trying to get at. We're all gods in that respect.
If
I think
the light, if God, okay, if God is of light, if you want to call it God or spirit or whatever you want to call it, all right, you are of light. And so if you have an expectation or an intention to see two slits, you're going to see two slits. Okay? Because you are light. You are the essence of spirit. It's within your soul. So, but how do you come to know that eternally? All right, for sure. You have to experience it for yourself. And it goes against the separatism that we're all involved in. Sorry, Buddha, I didn't mean to step on you, but
no, we were both thinking like juicy because it's good conversation. I'm thinking that might be the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, where you determine the observer actually affects the outcome of the experiment. I might be wrong about that, but my daughter is actually she just signed up. She's going to get her master's, and when you do that, you have kind of a thesis that you work on, and hers is going to be, she just talked with an advisor and got a good advisor, quantum entanglement. And she is very, very up on light and models of light. And she's actually created models of light that she has a whole thesis of her own for when she gets, to the level where she can do it, that she's not telling anybody about because she's that fucking smart. And I'm like, hey, she's a part of me, but she's not me. But it doesn't surprise me. Go ahead.
It's because she knows the truth, and the truth is not accepted at this point. That's why I'm bringing it up, that each one of us has a soul, and that we can fuse with first source that's within our soul and have a multidimensional experience as well as a horizontal space-time experience. But I mean, right now we're living half a life because of the separatism program that we're all involved in. What do you do at night? Most people don't do shit, right? Or they don't remember it. See, so you can live a full life if you connect with, if you become the soul carrier that you are, then you become sovereign and integral with first source. And then it becomes an accountable and responsibility to provide a wholeness navigation for first source. So who the fuck needs to be governing that person? Nobody. Right?
Right.
So
it's an illusion that they do control the supra, the ultra, the mega, because it's like this, they're in a prison of their own making. And the only thing that their architecture is it's like fascist architecture. There is such a thing as fascist architecture. If you live in Italy or you live in fucking Germany or you live in America, in certain days, you look at the banks, you look at the libraries, you look at this, they all look like prisons with big bulls on top of them. Anyway, I love this life we have, this freedom we have. In celebration of Eagle, we're going to drink some water. So cheers. Maybe we're going to have a long hit. Maybe the dab song, something weird like that. Happy birthday song. Somebody else going to come on? It's uncertain.
Please, Lord, no happy birthday songs. But that's something we should talk about. That's actually something important there, and something I'm very guilty of. Man, I've seen it more and more of gentlemen our ages that suffer for more and more ailments, or seemingly suffer from more and more ailments, when indeed it is hydration that is kicking their ass, not drinking enough water. I'm 100% guilty of drinking fucking all kinds of fluids, coffee, things that I throw together, and call, water based when I don't drink as much water as I should have. But I see more and more, and I listen to more and more books about training, man, how much just plain old H2O plays an essential part in our lives. And I see more and more people, going down as in older age just because of the not proper hydration, drinking water.
Well, get old guys end up getting a lot of inflammation. And what happens is your prostate swells up to where you can't fucking pee. So you start to lower your intake of water and you basically kill yourself. And it's, we're 70% water, right? And there's techniques to relieve all that inflammation. That's the thing. Like cannabis, man, I can't stress this enough, how critical it is towards inflammation, especially the FECO, when it comes to like a swollen prostate. What's that? By C9?
Oh, I'm an oil snob. This is a single strain olive, early harvested oil from. This is actually from Spain, but it's one of the highest polyphenols. And when you're talking about health and everything, it's all about these what they call them, not micronutrients. I think they call them phytonutrients. And if you want to get healthy, you need to just cram yourself full of spices, herbs, and colorful things.
What do you say?
I'm a firm believer that pepper will burn anything out of your system.
Hey, how the fuck are you?
I agree, SoCal. Yeah, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you guys. How you guys doing?
I'm very high.
Just got back from the wild, wild west, and what a fucked up trip that turned out to be. Holy shit.
You went into America?
I had to go out to Tombstone.
Okay, cool.
For a week. And hey. My brother from a different mother.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we had to go out and clean out the mother-in-law's house so we can get her on the market. And what a fucking circus that was. Everything from the fucking day we got there was just a goddamn circus. So I ordered a 30-yard roll-off dumpster, and the guy shows up with a 20-yard. And I told him, I said, hey, fucking, that's not what I ordered. That ain't going to be big enough. And he goes, well, let me call the place and, see what they want to do. And the lady tells me, oh, yeah, we don't have 30 yards. All the biggest we have is a 20. I was like, well, why the fuck did you sell me a 30 if you don't have a 30? So I ended up getting it for half price.
They should have just fucking brought another 20 for you and threw it in for gratis. It would have been just about the same, and then you would have had what you need.
I said, well, you charged me for a 30. You dropped off a 20. So where's the guy with the 10?
There you go.
And she said, well, sir, Tombstone's, an hour and 45-minute drive from us. And I don't give a fuck. I paid for something. I want what I paid for.
Do the math.
Yeah. So
fuck that.
But now it's at the point where, okay, what's the minimum we can charge and not lose any money?
Right? Wow, they lost money.
Good.
They lost money.
Learning does cost.
They make so much tonnage of money with that damn disposal waste service. I mean, the mob's been getting rich on that shit for years. Go ahead.
Yep. I'll tell you what, though, I did fall in love with that town. So if there's about a 50-50 shot that SoCal will no longer be in SoCal here by mid-April. If we decided
you have that house paid for, if you have that house paid for, I'm so sorry. Then you fucking walk into that right now. I'm serious. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying, you know what to do. Fuck that. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, that house is free and clear. The only thing owed on it is property taxes every year, and your typical utilities, water, sewer, power, trash. But I'll tell you what, when you walk in that house and there's nobody there, you ain't the only one there. I came back with I was on the talking to a bunch of people the other day on Discord while I was out there. And I walked in the house and they all heard the shit. They saw the shit. I got audio, I got video, I got still photos of some shit that kind of makes me not want to have to move out there. But
have you cleansed your aura, left whatever it was there?
Well, my wife had been telling me for a long time that, oh yeah, my mom's house is haunted, and I've been out there a couple of times. I never thought shit to make me believe it. And there's a friend of my mother-in-law's that's been staying there, and we walked in, started moving shit around, and pulling furniture out and trashing the place out. And he goes, man, I don't know what the fuck you did, but you pissed off the locals. I'm like, well, what are they saying? He says, oh, it's not what they're saying, it's what they're doing. I guess there's one that's known to like sit on the bed and then sit on your chest and shit while you're trying to sleep. And he goes, man, the last 2 nights, we got there early Tuesday, and Thursday, he goes, man, the last 2 nights, he says, I'm waking up and there's fucking people stepping on the bed and jumping on the bed, and I hear walking around upstairs. He's like, I thought you guys were here. Fucking nobody there. So I flipped on we were at the bar. It's a 1-minute walk from the house to downtown Tombstone, like where they filmed the movie and shit. And we walked up to the bar one night, up to the Crystal Palace for dinner. This was it was Friday night. Friday night we went up there for dinner and ran into the guy that's been staying in the house, and he was fucking pissed drunk. And he was talking about how the dolls that were in the dining area there, which is right off of his bedroom, his bedroom door is in the dining room, and there's, I don't know, half a dozen porcelain dolls, and he swore to God they moved. And he asked us if we had moved them, and I said, no, we didn't touch them. We haven't even been in that room yet. Well, I did move them, but I was just kind of fucking with the guy. So we went back after the bar shut down. I actually shut the bar down. I was there till they fucking closed and kicked us out at 8:30 at night.
At 8:30 at night.
But yeah, I went and moved a couple of those dolls, and I put one right in front of his fucking bedroom door. The creepiest ass, fucking weirdest looking one. So he had to move it to open his door. Well, and he had left about a minute before us when we went up to the Crystal Palace for dinner. And we didn't stay at the house because there's nowhere to stay. There's one bed in the fucking house right now. So the next morning we show up, about 8:30, and he goes, hey man, he comes walking out, and I'm like, hey, morning. And he just fucking, oh, there's nothing fucking good about this morning or that night or goddamn motherfucker. Well, apparently he had moved the dolls, and he didn't see the one I put in the shower in his bedroom. So he got up in the middle of the night to take a piss, and he's taking a piss, and all of a sudden there's a fucking 4-foot tall porcelain doll standing there in the shower, and he said he pissed all over the fucking floor, pissed on the sink, pissed on the fucking ceiling. He did not have a good night.
He learned how to do somersaults while peeing, I see. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, he said he ran out the bathroom still pissing.
My grandmother believed in, the paranormal, and I can tell that certain people here do, but it's like this. What is paranormal? What is supernatural? It seems all natural to me. It's all supernatural. This is a fucking figment of our imagination. So when the two realities merge, it is kind of freaky, actually.
I'm a little I'm on the fence on ghosts, to be honest with you. I do believe in the afterlives, or multiple lives coming back, but I have had some like weird experiences, but I don't know if I want to actually say they're ghosts. But I have definitely had. I was
Yeah.
talking about it the other night. The weird encounter here in this house. I've had a few weird experiences that I discount because psychedelics were involved. You know what I mean? So I mean, those ones are hard to count. I mean, when I don't know, is that a ghost, or are you like in that different plane altogether, half in, half out? So I don't know if them will count as ghost experiences or not.
Well, I was
I
right
haven't.
there.
Oh, go ahead.
I was right there on the fence with you, Eagle. Maybe, but I haven't seen anything to make it. I'm one of those people that, I got to see it to believe it kind of a thing. And after this week, after being in that fucking house, I believe it. I saw some shit. I heard some shit. I felt some shit that I just can't explain, and I don't think I want to know.
I'm
I
crazy
was,
as fuck, and I've never seen a UFO. I've never seen a ghost, but I've been on the moon like for a month at a time. You know what I mean? I've been crazy, like fucked up. But here's the deal: I had unified visions, and they were very personalized and tailored to, what I consider to be a holistic vision. And I'm not a dumbass, so I always pay attention to my visions, and I never forget them, even though I could make excuses and apologize for them. So here's the deal: I have seen my future, and you know what? It ends like everybody else's, but I'm going to a very special place. And I'm not sure I'll see you all there, but I might.
Right. So let me ask you this. We talking somewhat about ghosts and stuff like that. So I've kind of had this conversation recently. Uh, how much do you like? You were talking about like the doll and stuff like that. I mean, do ghosts and being attached energetically attached to items left behind? Do you think that's a thing now? Say a relative had, somebody lived in this house per se. Do you think outside of being a ghost, can their energy be attached to multiple items that go to, like, say, different loved ones or whatever, or just in general to all their items? You know what I mean?
I 100% believe so. After the things that I saw this week, and like I said, I was the skeptic of all skeptics, but there was a couple things that the wife had told me some stories, and I kind of thought, yeah, whatever, she'd tell me, oh, people hear this, people hear that. One of the stories, this place used to be a bed and breakfast back in the day. And one of the stories was that up in the upstairs hallway, there's a little girl that you can hear giggling and playing with the ball in the hallway. I never experienced that in the house, never fucking heard shit, never nothing. Well, there was a tennis ball upstairs when I was doing the clean out, and I threw that tennis ball out the window. And I heard from the other room what sounded like a small female child crying. And I went and got the wife, and I was like, what the fuck? Do you hear this too? And she says, what did you do? And I said, well, nothing. I just was throwing shit out the window upstairs because that was the easiest way to do it. Just open the window and throw shit out. But she went and grabbed that tennis ball, brought it back upstairs, and I never heard that crying again. So I
Have you
think
guys?
possibly,
Oh, sorry.
things can be attached to other things. And what it was about that tennis ball, I don't know, but I cannot explain. And I do have audio of it on my phone. What sounds like a small child crying. And apparently, I talked to a couple of the neighbors over there because, a town like that, you pull up with California plates in front of a house that's been sitting vacant for, a year. And the local drunk's been living there. the neighbors know before you even get out the fucking car that you're there. So I went and talked to some of those neighbors, and a lot of them are, pretty old. And some of the history they were giving me in the neighborhood matched with things that I was hearing and seeing. So kind of an interesting experience. But I think after that tennis ball thing, it really makes me think, like Eagle said, things can be attached.
Definitely. And I don't mean to interject into your really cool story, SoCal. Really interesting experiences, thought provoking, and probably expanding your nature of your own reality as we're in our middle age, we don't always have impressions left on us. But let me say something quickly. If you remember, Terrence McKenna did a number of discussions with a guy named Rupert Sheldrake. Okay, so McKenna being the mushroom guy, the DMT guy, awesome, and his brother being a mushroom guy, or excuse me, I think so. And point, he talks about morphic resonance. It's where the fingerprints of this reality are sometimes they slide through. The historic fingerprints. Items. He also believes in something kind of interesting, that like the animals have this precognition of like when you come home, because like you know how it is when at 5 o'clock, that's like 15 minutes before you get home, the dog's already you. Well, he's saying that there are connections that we have with this reality, and both physical reality, but also that these little relics of our existence actually do have some type of I don't want to get too trippy, but I'm sure you guys can fill in the blanks. But that guy was Rupert Sheldrake, and I think he was a pretty smart sounding guy anyway. So anyway, especially talking to Terrence McKenna, I think those guys are on to something, or at least they are on something.
2000%. If you want to play that, you can play that. I see somebody in chat going, can you play it? Yeah, if he wants to play it, he can play it. I'm down for creepy screams. So yeah, if you want to play that.
My dog can tell the time.
Let's see if I can.
He tells me when it's tea. When it's his tea. He tells me when it's his tea time every day.
How do I do that?
My dog can play Purple Haze in like on a 12-string guitar. Guys, I'm a little high too. Go ahead.
I'll play some of that audio and video if you guys want to screen share it. It's up to you. It's you guys.
Hold on, bro.
How do I do it?
Hold on. You just share. I'll let you share. You can just on the video share, or from Zoom share. Select the video.
All right.
Is this going to be the girl crying?
No, that one's extremely hard to hear.
Okay.
But the one I'll play for you that's the clearest, that like, a lot of shit, like I didn't hear it until I was listening with like earbuds in my ears. And I asked my wife, we were sitting in the hotel when I re-listened to this one. And I asked my wife to listen to it, and I didn't tell her a fucking thing. I didn't tell her I heard anything. I didn't tell her anything. I just said, hey, listen to this for a minute. And she did. And at exactly the point I heard some shit, the look on her face was a look I've never seen before. And she said exactly what I thought. So let me find out how to see if I can share this. Let's see. Oh, I knocked a tooth out, by the way.
All right.
Yeah. That was fun.
Purposely or to fall?
Okay. Eagle, if I click on a photo, does that screen share right there like that?
You're screen sharing right now. Blue fucking like Camino, purple round.
Okay. I just wanted to show everybody that real quick. That is the most tweakerest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. That's a Honda Civic.
Oh shit! I was gonna say like an Isuzu something almost.
That is a Honda Civic.
They just cut it with a chainsaw or some shit. What the hell?
Yeah. Hey. All right, let me see. How do I go back? Uh-oh. How do I get out of this?
End share. I think I can end you.
I can't even get in here to get to my fucking other photos. Okay.
Stopped it for you.
All right, there we go. So let me see if I can find this video. Where the hell did it go? I can't find it. Oh, maybe here. No, the video's not coming up. I don't know how to find the video to screen share the video.
Well, that's spooky.
Let's see.
SoCal, I want to say something. I think that Arizona is going to be so good to you if you can make it happen. Taking your motorcycle out into the desert where all those cowboys were, and you're just going to have a wonderful, wonderful existence. I think that's a possibility, buddy.
It very well could be, but yeah, I can't figure out how to get the video to share, you guys. I'll do some more research. I'll do some more research on it. I don't know, man. I fucking went riding this morning and I came back with 2 less teeth. So
that fucking happens.
Come on, man.
At least you have your fucking head, SoCal.
What's the other guy? What's the other guy look like? Is what I'm curious about.
Kind of dirt brown. Hangs
up next to
his buddy.
I'm proud of you, buddy. Oh fuck. Well, do it in the dirt. You just got to have a good time, and I know you're just laying it on the line. So sometimes that shit happens.
Holy, that's a shot.
Yeah, I bit the handlebars.
Oh
shit! Like you didn't get knocked out or fucking gouged or something.
No, I lost 2 teeth. That was enough.
Just kind of one of your natural experiences that you go through as far as your SoCal's life goes. That's why his common phrase is "fuck you."
The fucked up part is they're my front teeth. So, and I can't get an appointment.
Keep pressing that button, buddy.
I can't get in to get a replacement till Wednesday.
Fucking dentist, man. I just had 2 lower teeth pulled. Ow. Shit, it laid me up for like 3 days. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? And I had to pay for that pain. I'm like,
yeah,
dude.
Are you going that route? Are you getting a fucking little flipper bridge? You gonna get some fucking implants to replace? I thought about the implants myself, man.
Okay. I interviewed like 4 or 5 dentists in my area. You go down one road and it's just like dentist. So I just started going to each one. And I went to one guy and you could tell everything was plush, right? And they snaked me in. I'm thinking, all right, dude, you got the best fucking way to do the implants is what I was looking for. Let's see your deal. Okay, well, we do a 3D exam. I'm like, all right, $600, please. I'm like, okay, what if I don't get the implants? $600, please. I'm like, fuck, okay. So I play this, and dude, way cool. I mean, dude, you can go in and out and he was showing me all the croofs and crevices in my mouth, and it really enhanced the sales pitch of $20,000 more to get 2 fucking implants. And I'm like, geez, that's nice. I go, how long you been doing this? He goes, about 35 years. I'm looking around. I go, well, she's pretty good. He goes, yeah, she's been with me 25 years, and she smiles and just all like that. I go, you guys really hooked me in here real well. All right, well, let's set it all up. I was like, fuck, let's go for the whole deal, right? So I got him printed out and everything and set the appointments, and they're staggering it out. And I fucking canceled it. Waited till the day of the appointment, said, no, thank you. Went to see my guy I used to play cards with, and even he wanted to just pull them. I'm like, fuck these. I started researching. That's right into the bone, man. So there's no cushion there. So what are you going to do? You're going to create more issues. What you're going to do? You're going to be fucking another 20 grand doing this or that or the other. And I've said, no, just, so I talked to Sean. We used to play poker together. Sure, man. Cash? I go, if necessary. He goes, 15% off. I'm like, fuck, when can you see me? But dude, he's like, let me get in here and fuck, he's one of those guys. Like, geez. I'm like, God damn, it was sore as fuck, man. I'm like, well, they were broken off. I had to kind of dig for them. Couldn't you use a sharper shovel or something? I mean, geez.
Listen, the last motherfucker who worked on my teeth, I think he should have been like taking dents out of cars. I mean, I'm an athlete. I had to use all my agility just to fucking not drown in my own fucking spit. Felt like I was being waterboarded. Anyway, I'm telling you, not everybody has gentle hands. Go ahead.
Dude, this guy's well, he's cheap. Okay. So you're gonna pay for it one way or another is what I'm gonna say. Was it $20,000 worth of pain? I'd say no, maybe an extra grand it's worth, but I got through it. But fuck Dennis. I'm sorry. If you're a dentist out there, forgive me. But fuck you. I mean, you're gouging the shit out of people, man. You gotta be kidding me. Even my cheap guy, what was it? $560. I'm like, fuck, that beats the 20 grand to put in the right. I go, do you do the implants? He goes, yeah, but I have to bring a guy in. I'm like, is it the guy down the street?
So what are you gonna do, SoCal? There, have you thought about that yet?
I don't know. I'd like an expert, somebody that does it for a living. I'd like their opinion.
Does give you character. Does give you some character.
At that, you're looking at like a bridge or a fake. You know what I mean? If you don't go the implant, and and to me, like, see, I'm in the club as well. If I didn't have that, I actually at one point had a different type of flipper where it covered the top of my mouth there, and it made eating miserable. So if I had to do again another one of those, I would definitely consider a bridge or implants. But the one thing is, you guys talk about implants. My mother-in-law is fucking has going through. She had her dentist pull all her shit and she didn't have enough bone to actually attach to. So they put in some kind of fucking animal bone in there and adhered it to her shit. And they went to do the implants again, like this round. They're like, oh yeah, it didn't adhere in the front. We got to do it another section in the front. It's going to be another fucking. She's been without teeth for like a fucking year and a half through this process. And I thought about the implants, but I'm like, not that kind of time.
I can always grind my food up and drink it through a straw if need be.
That's what she does, to be honest with you, in public.
Fuck it. But dude, I mean, 20 grand. Come on, man. I mean, for two, it's 10 grand a piece. Seriously? You gotta be fucking having gold plated Tupperware. I don't know, man. I mean, these guys they're gouging.
Well, healthcare in general, guys, let us face it. Okay, let's just make a commitment. Okay, this is going to be like a pact, that a bunch of guys get together, that we don't fucking trust the medical system with anything that has to do with our fucking bodies or minds. Nope. Fuck off. Come on, can I get a fuck you from SoCal?
Fuck you. I'll give you one.
Press that button. That's fuck you. Dude, I fired my doctor, my heart doctor. I haven't seen a heart doctor in 10 years, man. 10 years since I had my heart surgery. Fuck you.
I can't help I seen that fucking grenade was that you were playing with back there. Look at him, he's all pie-eyed. It's got to be good. What was it? I seen it. That was a nice grenade back there that you were playing with.
What was that? Sorry again. Yeah.
Further drives my point home right there. I said, look at you, you're all pie-eyed. What was that big old nug you were playing with in the background?
Oh, okay. I see now.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, that's that beautiful shit.
The
strawberry, right?
That's the one.
Beauty.
Nice.
Oh, nice size too. I like that. Okay, bueno.
Good.
I like my ladies when they don't shave. So I'm saying like actually that's
That's
very attractive, but
yeah,
just as
I
it is,
agree.
because that
Yeah.
could be jointage or whatever at the end of the day. Here's the deal. Remember when we used to get our bags, right? We used to have about a gram of shake in the bottom of them, by the end of it, and then you'd rule that for how much there's a joint worth of shake. And it was just, you never really cried about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just maybe put a little more in the bag, go 7.5 or whatever. You know what I used to do when I used to move ounces is I would put it in 30-gram bags because it lasted them. Your average stoner that I dealt with went through about a gram a day, and that gave them a little extra to get through the month.
The biggest
Kind of
ounce
kept
is
them coming
always
back.
the biggest ounce is always 30 grams. Period.
Me
Sometimes
too.
30.5
Or
sometimes.
sometimes, yep. I once I'm into the gift giving mode, I might throw in an extra gram just because I'm
That seems to
not
be
sober.
what you can get in nice buds like that. That's a one jar zip. You know what I mean? And that's usually right about 30 grams in that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree. You just end up with
I'm
weird cards off now. A little bit of this and a little bit of that in there.
Ooh, look
That's
at
the
that.
economics of life. If people respect you as a grower or as a breeder, you'll always you'll never go hungry. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that it's an economic thing, but it's a love thing. Everybody appreciates the love that you give your plants and your seeds and your the whole energy that you exchange there. So I'm just
The
saying, giving them a couple extra or grams is really helping them out. I mean, if I was getting, I'd be happy. Anyway, go ahead.
Absolutely. No, having having that anti-cyanin reaction with the purple background. Look at that. It
Mm,
really highlights the crystals or the trichomes. It's almost like,
yes,
space, like the stars in a gas
definitely.
cloud in space.
Nebula.
Yeah, nebula. Thank you. Beautiful. But that's the bag appeal of the
Yeah.
purple. You know what I
If
mean?
you're purple, look at that. That's the purple calyxes.
Yeah,
I
it's
love that
beautiful.
kind of bud.
Yeah.
It's very usually fragrant, right?
Yeah, how's it smell? I was just going to ask that. You're right.
Well, that's blueberry muffin, so as
Oh,
described, really.
cheesy, huh?
No, blueberry.
Blueberry. Okay, my bad.
Very
Yeah.
much.
This one is bubble gum.
Oh, okay.
I think no, actually, this is the Kong's Crush.
Lovely.
Kong was an ancient Amsterdam one, wasn't it? Kong.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
talking
one
about?
of yeah.
Expensive, like $20,000 cut or something like that. Legendary. I'm just saying some of these things have a little bit of reference to the past. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Over.
this is like a salad tin, really, a mixture of everything. The blueberry muffins I got from Agnes Beckett. I got quite a few different sort of.
So
These are just
the Caesar salad of the cannabis.
You're quite the grower, Isony, and I think that you're quite the like Bingus. You're a great photographer, and you make nice productions. I think that we're doing a kind of a media project when we're doing social media and things like that. So you can take it in whatever direction that you like or not like. It can be as much as a Polaroid, it can be as fancy as studio production.
well. Thanks for I don't rate myself as a good grower. I just put it down as nature as a good grower because that's all I'm doing. I'm just harnessing nature. I'm working with nature. So
You're a good custodian, my friend.
exactly,
Mm.
it's it's learning to use the tools that you're given, and that's the tools I chose to work with. And I learned, if you want, when you love what you do, you put a lot of time and effort into it, and it shows in anything that you do. Like Eagle, when he probably does his woodwork, and he loves it and he enjoys it, and the finished product shows. The care and attention that you put into it.
Becomes
Same
a
goes
becomes a creative art form, basically. And when you get into that creative artsy creativeness, I mean, that's again, you're in balance. And That's why do what you love, right? And it turns out why? Because you're in your creative artistic element. I mean, whatever it may be, could be cleaning fucking toilets. I mean, if that's what your thing is, sparkling fucking dude. I learned this from my army, sergeant, and man, I mean, whatever it is, though, you still get that elated feeling. So that's the beauty of it. I think.
I was a janitor at one point, and you know what? I was a damn fucking good janitor.
So
I
was
worked
I.
at a senior citizen center, and I had a routine, and I did it the way that, I even put the toilet paper roll with the paper out so the senior citizen didn't have to fumble around for the fucking toilet paper, right? So it was like this, and, I'm just saying, humbly speaking, okay, we're talking like
Dude,
1986, 87, 88. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but when I was in prison, okay, toilet was a very important fucking thing. And it was spick and span, especially in my cell.
Right.
Because we did our laundry in the toilet. We at times had to drink out of the fucking toilet. I mean,
talking top 10. We're talking top side, right, Tank?
Yeah, no, I hear you, man.
Just saying that I have a thing about keeping my toilet clean because of that. Quite frankly, every day I clean the fucking toilet. There's weird. See, you get these schisms, right, where you don't feel normal unless you do them. But I'm getting better at that shit. I didn't clean the toilet today. My friend's just saying. I'm good.
Well, OCD is another word for survival. I mean, whatever it takes to, a routine. Listen, guys, if we're in a Chinese fucking prison, we're going to want to have a routine of our own, a private life of our own. And you know what? We'll break those bastards down. So I'm just saying, what's the difference between a Chinese prison and a fucking Indiana prison? Well, fucking not a thing. Okay. So your mind is your own always. You're always free in your mind. Fucking A. So you do what you need to do.
You piss in a bottle, right? And then you visit the guy you don't fucking like and you pour it in his fucking toilet. Just saying. Anyway. It's not a pleasant place, my friends. But I don't fuck it, dude. It's talk about novel experiences. Holy shit. Yeah. Anyway, cheers to everybody.
There's a silent, I'm going to say quickly, there's a silent, group of people who are in prison, incarcerated over cannabis of all things, or, any number of ticky-tack things that you can, like, driving a car with expired plates and you didn't make your trial or make your bail. Anyway, I'm just saying there's all kinds of weird and wacky shit that happens that don't make you a terrible human. But by the time you spend
people in cannabis in jail, Buddha boy.
They're still there. So.
What about the gal in California that is using cannabis as a defense and it's a psychosis for stabbing her boyfriend 108 times?
Oh, God.
Good luck with that.
She got away with probation.
Oh, man.
As cannabis was the defense, as temporary insanity from psychosis.
Oh, man. Well, the whole fucking system is in psychosis, so that doesn't surprise me.
Can you believe that shit? I mean, how many?
Dude, from when, I'm talking when I was in trouble.
One nail in our coffin right there. If they can use that in that, you know what I mean? That's a standing case.
The system.
Well, you got to remember, guys, part of that is California. Part of that is
I don't think so. Look, I think that like back 20 years ago or whatever it was, maybe more than that when I was there, different system than what it is now. What I hear now are way different stuff. So it's evolving. It's evolving, in my opinion. Because some of the shit that I hear now, I'm like, how the fuck, really? No way. And they're letting the little shit go. It's like, dude, we ain't looking for scraps here. You worth more than a few $100,000. Give me $1 million player. Here we go. You've been convicted 3 times. Come on in here for a minute. But, I mean, it's like you get on these scales of monetary value. You're just a piece of meat that they're fucking bidding on. You can buy your way out. That's the other thing. Fuck, man, you can buy your way out if you have the money, right? It's fuck it. Just you want to see Bingus go back to his old self? this is a subject that'll get, because they fuck you, man. They fuck you hard and they smile. And federal is worse, far more deviously and more psychological. I mean, they leave you fucking scarred on the side of the fucking road, penniless. Saying, here's your bus ticket. Have a nice day. It was nice meeting you. That's how they hit it. They're fucking you.
See you
Like,
next time.
is that good for you? Is that good for you? Or should I go a little more sideways? Is that okay? Okay, yeah. All right. All right, sign here. Good job. All right. Well, make sure you call your color line and do it. It's like it's the other guy where it's like, motherfucker, you better do this, that, the other. They're gone. They don't know. It's all oh, come here. Come here. Let me pet you. Okay. All right. Now give me some of your blood. Oh, you're gonna pass out. Okay. Okay, go heal for a minute. All right, go sit in your cell. You know, fucking motherfucker. Dude, they are
Fuck
out
them,
to get
right?
it. Dude,
Fuck them, Bingus, right? I'm agreeing with you. I'm just gonna interject with this one word, 2 words. Fuck them. You ain't fucking gonna get me. If you put me in a fucking box, I will destroy that box and everybody in it, and I'll set everybody free there. We'll have a fucking free for all. We'll fucking have a freedom fest because those bars are fucking invisible. Those walls are fucking mammon, and they can go straight to fucking hell. Okay, I'm sorry to say that, but I have strong feelings about incarceration because it used to be in primitive times, unless you were restored back to your position in society, you weren't considered rehabilitated. And once you have served your penance or whatever, go ahead.
If you spout off like that in there, they have a nice chair that they'll slap you into for up to 48 hours, or you piss yourself in all 9 yards. And so you learn to just keep your mouth shut and play the game, or fucking you will die. They will kill you. I mean, it's not like, you want to push my button, buddy? All right. I'll starve you to death. I'll make you sick to where you die. I mean, there's so many fucking bullshit things in there. It's terrible. Now I think it's even worse because the price tag is higher now. They're looking for the big players, the guys that got money and houses, stuff that they can grab onto. Cannabis, no, that's cheap stuff. It's not enough money for them anymore. Oh, I might have a problem with the jury. We're a legal state. Fuck that. Let's go on to something else. There's plenty of fentanyl out there. Let's go that route. I mean,
I've probably spent, and this isn't like anything, but I spent maybe 40 days in jail over my life for different little fucking ticky-tack bullshit. Okay. And you know what? The best, let me tell you something. I'm not brag or anything. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a felon. But I got to go to solitary a couple times, and I didn't mind it. I fucking liked it. I like myself. I fucking can read a book, and I can enjoy my conversations all fucking day long. So it's like this. I'm just saying.
You don't have to
it hurt my spirit and psyche at the time, even though it didn't break me. It was just I was in kind of a bad patch of youth. So I'm just saying, whatever, right? God bless America. We're good people. We shouldn't enslave our own, incarcerate our own.
In solitary, you're sort of safer from the animals, aren't you? That's the godsend of solitary confinement or being banged up by yourself is like you ain't got to watch your back. It's horrible having to keep your back to the, just the feeling that all this memories and stuff are just having to be aware and alert, and it's just stressful.
Yeah, you're going to get challenged sooner or later. So it's just 1,080 days.
Doubt.
That's 3 years on the button. That's over two mistakes, though. 18 on both. And then I didn't get any leeway because I was a dick. And that's not how to play it. That's what I'm trying to get across to everybody is once they got you, fucking surrender. Make it easy on yourself. All right. If you want to protest after you're clear, if you can get clear, more power to you. But you got to get clear first. Because, dude, you start mouthing off in there and you start doing it. I learned real quick on the first day in front of the judge telling her what I thought, and I could have had probation. Nope. Boom. Here's what I think. Here's what I think of your opinion. Here's what your opinion just bought you.
They make the rules of the game, Bingus. You know this, and you
Oh, fuck
understand
yeah.
games and all of that.
Oh
So,
yeah.
you
No,
know,
dude.
I'm good at keeping to myself, believe it or not. But it's like this: when you keep to yourself, you still make friends. And I'm like saying, first time you make a friend might be the first time you get disappointed. I'm just saying, you never know. I think it's a. I have a lot of respect for the fact that built yourself back up to a level where beyond the level, and psychologically, yes, it's going to be
best thing that ever happened to me.
it's going to be
Really,
there. There you go.
it's the best thing that ever happened to me because it made me seek the truth. All right. And the truth is nothing what we realize in this fake fucking reality that we're living in. And that's, if you want to get face planted into learning about that, that's where you go. And most of the people in there understand exactly what I'm talking about, because that's all you got, man, when you're there. I mean, they don't give you nothing. You got to take it. So anyway, I don't think the system is that way now. It's more, they were pissy with us, me, right? They'd fuck you, get this, do that, right? Orders, right? Now it's like, hey, how you doing today? You doing good? Great. All right, tell you what, there's a mop over there. There's a bucket here. We're going to encourage you to mop the floor if you want to eat today. All right? It's like that. So they're psychologically manipulating you to think, hey, welcome home. Yeah, it's me. I'm your dad today. You know, how you doing? Huh? Don't make me fucking punish you, okay? I mean, it's that kind of shit. And I'm not kidding you. And they get this from the feds.
Wow.
The feds fucking perfected this thing. I mean, the feds are fucking masters at it. That's what I'm saying.
It sounds like
also
psyops.
fake. It's also fake.
I'm just saying it sounds like a psyops, the psychological brainwashing, control orientation, the dominance,
they learn that we're all separate. Hey, they're teaching us the ultra plan. We're all separated. Okay. Give them a little bit of ego enhancement, because they're stuck in their fucking ego like a scared little rabbit, right? Let them know that, hey, this is home, right? Fuck, you see the intonation of voice, the vibration of your words. I mean, it's all fucking designed to keep you in this mess. And it's, dude, I'm lit tonight, so forgive me, but fuck it. Fuck this system. I'm sorry. Fuck it.
I'm going to say this. You fucking look as good as you've looked in a year to me. I'm looking you right in the eye, and I'm saying you got good energy, strong as fuck. So, that's got to be a good sign. Right, Eagle? Here on your birthday, we're here to honor you.
Fucking hey, Eagle, man.
Some water.
Let's envision this as whiskey or something. Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
Cheers to you.
To life.
Vodka. Yeah. No, Eagle.
Coffee, though. I had coffee in my cup. Everybody else had water.
Eagle surprisingly kind of gets me occasionally, which I find to be quite interesting. But I think it's because we're both on the air side of things, the Aquarius side of things. A little half hinged and seeking truth.
You said coffee, and I realized I have a bottom of a cup of cold coffee here. So this is more my speed, guys. I'm like a guy. I'm a hippie. I fucking have weed and coffee all the time.
Right
like 20. It's like, why not, right? Simple things.
I overdid it in coffee today myself. I was a little, I don't know, dragging ass a little bit, and had an extra half a cup. But dude, coffee really makes you acidy, and that opens you up to a lot of
I want to fucking, it is my birthday. Featured Cannabis, Carlton. I want to say something. I want to say something about coffee. Coffee, one of my favorite beverages.
Absolutely.
I drink a lot of fucking coffee, and the shit, I've hit that wall again where the shit just doesn't work. I drink too much of it. It's just like fucking water.
No.
Now, this way up from this is, of course, the fucking French brew, or French press. Always a nice way to up my coffee game. I don't like espresso. That shit fucking tears my stomach up. But I was having a fucking conversation with Mr. Brett Anderson the other day after the race, and we were talking basically about the RSO hot chocolates, and kind of experimenting with different shit with our food. And he had mentioned that he was going to experiment a little bit with thank you 65 hour Blackwater. Uh, he was going to experiment with coffee beans. We were talking about like, whatever. And he was basically saying it only takes, a couple of them. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to try just, chewing on them or whatever. And so I was kind of inspired by that conversation, and so that day I right before like runs and stuff, I found this yogurt that's like heavy protein, but it's good. It's a vanilla yogurt. I fucking ate a bunch of it before the race, boy. I was like fucking but it's fucking 28 grams protein, but whatever. So the other morning I'm like fucking thinking to myself, man, that's just pretty good. And I bet it would be good if I fucking took a couple of those coffee beans. So my daughter works at Starbucks, so I've always got bags of coffee. I grind that shit per pot. So I like hit a couple in the bag, and then I took out that yogurt and I like knocked out about three beans worth into my yogurt there and stirred it up. And that shit was delicious. B, it was every bit as good as probably espresso or whatever. It was just a nice, clean, up and fucking like a great cup of
Right on.
coffee. But you know what I mean? It was a double whammy. But man, if you've never had coffee, ice cream, or whatever, that coffee.
Oh yeah.
That's what I do is I put ice cream and then I pour coffee over it. But I'm thinking now I'll sprinkle some of the finely ground because I like French roast freshly ground every day, right? But on ice cream, fuck, that would be. Why didn't I think of that? Excellent.
Right.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna ask SoCal what he thinks of the coffee situation. Mother, I'm not gonna call you MF just because it's like this.
I just want to see him smile again. Really, I just want to see SoCal.
Yeah, come on, SoCal. We love you. Let's have some fucking coffee.
I want to be able to smile again and drink my coffee.
Oh fuck! I know. God damn it! No heat, no fucking. He's got his exposed roots hanging out of his fucking mouth.
I am a loyal fan of the Black Rifle coffee. I will. Yes, I pay for it. They're not paying me to say that, but
that's cool, man.
Is that a thing because we just
Black Rifle coffee?
That's a thing because we just had one built down the street. I've never seen that company before.
Black Rifle?
Yeah.
Is it okay? So, do they build like a little fucking storefront or what the hell?
No, it's I don't know. It looks like a fucking facility to me. Like it's like a drive-through and like you can go in there and do shit. I didn't really get a good look at it, but I did notice.
I'm coffee fan.
That's
you like coffee? Huh? Stop in and try it.
I will.
I highly recommend the Silencer Smooth. And if you got a day where you need to get a lot of shit done, you need a extra cup of coffee, drink the Freedom Fuel.
Freedom, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He laughs. Cool.
Caffeine, it gets the job done, motherfucker.
Yes, it does.
I like to have at least one cup a day. I do.
Me too. And then another cup, and then another cup, and then another
I try
cup,
not to. I get to my stomach eventually, man. It just binds up and gets real acidy, and it doesn't really. I mean, I would love to just keep drinking it. I love the taste of it.
Yeah, I do.
Can I say,
guys, don't get me wrong. I may only drink like 60 ounces of coffee a day or less, but my wife makes it for me in a mason jar. And, she fills up this tall cup and, I have a couple in the morning, maybe 3 or 4 cups, but it's like, it makes me feel really good. And for activities such as like keeping you sharp on the motorcycle and making you have to go piss all the time, it's a good thing. For running, it's just similar. It's ergogenic. That means performance enhancing. and it limited ways, it doesn't dehydrate you too much. So like if I have an energy gel, like when I'm doing something like what Eagle's doing running, I like to have a little like 100 milligrams of caffeine in it, and that gives you a little up, and the sugar, and your body. It's just like the endocannabinoid system. It takes that shit in. If you had one of those gels with a little bit of like CBD in it too, you'd probably be even happier, right? Or whatever, THC. Anyway, THC gels for sports. That's a marketing tool right there, guys. I guarantee you, if you lived in like Colorado or Vermont or any of the places that have resorts, California, you'd be selling that shit like Red Bull.
So I survived football is smoking
Hey, I gotta
cannabis.
go. Eagle, fuck you for having us. Bingus, good boy. I see you. Chat. I gotta go. I gotta go deal with this.
Right on.
All right,
night.
man. Peace out. Good to see SoCal, right? Everybody here is happy to see SoCal.
Always.
I love SoCal. Yeah, he's a good dude.
And them gels would be, you're right, Buddha. That would be an easy sell. I was surprised in the book I'm listening to right now. They brought up cannabis as like a recovery tool, and they were talking about CBD being better than a lot of the anti-inflammatories on the markets, and especially opioids. They flat out said, if you're using opiates for pain, you're not well enough to run. And that was like, yeah, good. Yeah, right. I agree with that. But
there are some.
I was just gonna say you're right. I think CBD, maybe not so much THC, but I do believe as far
a little bit
when you're like talking pain management, there has to be a little bit of THC in with that CBD. Hold that CBD in a little bit longer, but people are afraid of it once you put that on the package. Though.
Yeah,
I get more inflammation relief from the FICO than I do from my CBD oil. The CBD oil is more for my heart. The THC oil is for inflammation because it works better. I mean, it's not that the CBD oil doesn't help with the inflammation, because it does. It's just that FICO does a way better job, and it gets me lit, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I only take it once every 3 days, so I don't get a tolerance. And so I enjoy the high and the whole 9 yards. Unfortunately, it landed on Eagle's birthday. So once again, I want to wish you a happy birthday, brother. I'm going to go ahead and take my leave here, but keep up the good work that you're doing. And I wish you many more birthdays, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for popping on, and happy birthday to you as well.
Thanks, man. Cheers, weed nerds. And I see night, Buddha. You guys take care.
Peace out.
Okay. So I want to talk about what you got going up there. I love the fact that shit is fucking green, to be honest with you. I love it. You didn't do a quick wash right there. And my next question before you get going, or my first question, I just gave you a compliment and asked you a question. Have you ever drank that shit? I got some behind me. That one time I decided to make some FICO. I just decided to let that alcohol sit aside. Like, well, I seen you still got some flour or some material in there. Just let it sit aside. And even though that I do not drink alcohol, there would be times where I needed a quick good night, you know what I mean, or a good night's rest. I just would take a quick shot of that. And do you keep some for just that purpose, or do you, always cook it down?
No. I'm not really keen on alcohol. I consider myself a little bit sensitive towards it. It brings out my inner asshole by consuming alcohol, so I don't bother. It don't make me feel good, and it's poison. I'm a little bit smart, so yeah, I don't really entertain it. But as a tool. But that's the CBD that I'm going to be making for my wife and the seizures. So yeah, and it's just going to end up as the concentrated in there with some quality mixture of MCT. It's into the syringe form or the concentrate. Then I'll cut it back with that olive oil that I showed you a little while ago, and MCT, a sort of combination of oils, but quality oils is, full spectrum as well. Like you said, it's green. It's been sat in that wash there for months. It sat in the freezer for months first, and I just pulled it out because I only managed to do half of it, and I got a little bit bored and just sell it to one side and thought I'll finish that next time.
Well, there's reasons why I asked too, because I believe that there's a lot of benefits to
Chlorophyll.
just keeping it, with the chlorophyll. Well, that's a whole nother rant right there. But yes, I think there's a lot more benefits to keeping it au naturel side. I mean, we take alcohol-based cannabis tinctures anyway, so why not, what's a larger shot? But more whole plant and kind of, you know what I mean? I believe once we start hitting it with that heat in all aspects, again, just kind of like strain, we're taking it off the, you know what I mean? We're taking things out that should be there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of evidence to say juicing the plant, whole plant medicine, you know what I mean? It is more healing than once we start putting the heat to it. But again, well, hold on before we go. Once I've seen that too, is from letting that sit aside and age in time to let that green to go to what is now like a brown. I've seen like a natural change of like degradation. You know what I'm trying to say. But the chain, the molecule working itself naturally down the chain, and it being, even better medicine than it was started, even though it is, yes, an alcohol base. You know what I mean? And I agree. I believe the alcohol itself is kind of a poison, but is it a necessary means? And you know what I mean? A good, you know what I mean? It's necessary evil, if you will.
I don't know. I'll remove the poison out of it. I'll just, so by the time it's consumed, there's no poison left. But I'm fully aboard with the full plant extract. And as much as the longer you leave it, the more you're getting out of it. And it's not just about the THC, the CBD. It's about everything. That the nutritional content of that plant is what's giving you the healing. The synergistic of the whole thing. Mother Nature put that together in a combination. Why are you going to just extract one little part of it? My wife noticed from the CBD oil, we can get full spectrum, and we can get this, like an isolated version, which is cheaper. And we went for the isolated version because of the price one day. And she's like, yeah, that's just not working. Yeah, it's something that the full spectrum works on a seizures way better than the isolated, or whatever you want to call it, just a compound bit, not the full spectrum.
I believe that full spectrum. Super
hey, love you, Iceny. You're fucking cool as shit, dude. I'm watching you on my little iPhone, and I'm talking to you on the YouTube on Eagle's birthday, and it's fucking surreal. So I'm learning something from you all. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm just saying you're like so fucking beautiful as a human. I really like having you in my life in a peripheral virtual way, the megaverse. And the same with Eagle. So I'm gonna shut up and listen to you guys for a couple more minutes.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Nice, thank you. Yeah, but I'm a big believer. I've always been like, when they started, because CBD's been legal for quite some time and everything. I'm like, they're just mugging people off. They're just, yeah, it's got some value to it, but it seems like they've allowed people to have something that's not fully effective. Yeah, sort of. They've given people a half a cure. Well, it's just a whole weird situation. I've never really understood it. This market for isolates and
Well, that's just part of the snake oil process, I think, that you're talking about, is that through the, larger industrial processing there, they don't even give it, they either don't give a shit about what they're producing or putting out, or they're skimming isolates off the top and then just producing basically a low grade hemp oil that contains trace amounts of CBD in there, when in fact they pulled the good stuff off the top. And now, you know what I mean? There's a huge difference in where it comes from, that's for sure. Huge difference. Yeah. And then I think you're right. It is getting a bad name from, the type of sales, and it's the same problem we seen right off the bat here in the States when it came with CBD. And I honestly think, to be honest with you, that was fucking very purposeful, just to kind of snake oil the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? Just to try to take some of the steam out of it. I believe 100% the whole recreation thing, recreational cannabis, and I'm thankful for it, don't get me wrong, but fucking is a whole effort to take the steam out of cannabis as a medicine, to be honest with you.
Well,
100%.
it's the same with the food that we eat. Yeah, they strip it bare of all the nutritious content and try and add sort of like micronized versions of this food and call it nutrition. It's crazy what's actually, the food, if it was unadulterated and as nature provided it to us, yeah, we would be pretty healthy, but that is a big part of how we heal and rejuvenate and everything else. And it's like everything. Yeah, we're not allowed to be healthy. So it's the same as everything. It's stripped back so you can't get what you deserve.
Everything's looking bright and green over there, Carlton. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Mr. Eagle. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Things are looking good over there. Indoor tomatoes, man, looking beautiful.
Yeah, they're coming along. They've had a few nutrient, pardon me, just falling straight here. They've had a few nutrient imbalances on and off, but we got them straightened out now. Just gave them another heavy drench the night before last, and then last night I gave them a heavy foliar feed. So they're coming back and boosting up. Yeah, I'm excited. Totally resonate with your whole discussion here. Been listening for a while. And yeah, man. Hey, my birthday tomorrow too, so happy double birthday. That's
Well,
February.
happy birthday to you, brother. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Another fucking Aquarius. That's awesome, man. It's a good sign to be under. It's a good flag.
I was going to say, technically, it's your birthday here today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's already on. Well, I got the edibles already running, so.
Oh. Hey, quickly, I wanted to ask Isoni just one last question pertaining to what we were speaking of a moment ago, and that's simply, how is your wife doing with your CBD and your love and attention and care for her? Is she improving?
It's not really.
I'm
The
sorry.
CBD, well, from how she's a lot better than from when it all kicked off, and she was having 30 seizures in a day, and that was really too much. Now she's they're few and far between, and they're less severe. So yeah, we found this the CBD sort of like, and it's took the severity off when she is having a seizure. It's not as vigorous. So
Okay.
Maybe it's something. I don't know. I'm baffled as to you can't just be normal one day and start having seizures the next day. There's no explanation.
Is there, other than, keeping, CBD or oil in our system all the time to help, reduce the likelihood of seizures, is there like an on-demand method that you know what I mean? If she feels it coming on, is it good for her to take dabs of some isolate or is there some on-demand method that helps with it as well?
Well, the way she doesn't feel comfortable. She didn't really feel comfortable about taking anything in the first place. She's took the CBD and she's seen the benefits and it works, but she doesn't want to. She's taken it as a reactionary. So when she's feeling the seizures coming on, or just after she's had a seizure, she'll take it to stop them from keep coming. So that's how she's taken it at the moment. I've said to her, because there was a bit of a cost issue involved because it's not cheap. Because before I was making it, I was buying it, and it's not cheap. So she's also worried about the cost of everything as well. And I said, well, fuck the money, and it cost me. We'll just sort it out because I don't like watching it. It can't be paid
Yeah.
for. You know,
I'm,
for the actual
I'm
person
pretty.
that's actually having it. So money's not really an issue for me. But yeah, I suppose it's she's had from the CBD. She's now had a couple of joints and that, and so she's we're going to see how things go. Maybe different strains, different, like I say, different a combination of different CBD strains all mixed together and everything else.
Ratios
Exactly. Who
of
knows?
THC to CBD as well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Seems like, yeah, for certain things.
I think it's the other things as well, like CBG maybe as well. That might be another important part.
Yeah, and another thing you might want to do is expand your scope of exploration. I can't remember where I heard about this, but recently I heard something about seizures and like trace mineral nutrition or something like that. It might have been either Dr. Berg's YouTube channel or it might have been through Dr. Andrew Huberman through Huberman Lab. But look into that because there was some excellent new info on seizures and preventing seizures, and it was a really simple solution. So check into that.
Yeah, I do watch Huberman and Dr. Berg. I watch them all. I studied plant and natural nutrition when I discovered my own genetic mutations and trying to cope with that. And I always went down the natural plant route. So that's where I learned all these sort of things that just didn't rattle around in my head.
All right, you're on point on that already then. Awesome.
I've heard that capsaicin, peppery terpene in cannabis that works well for anxiety, also works well for seizures. That's one of the markers that you kind of look for. So cannabis is great for seizures as well. But I've heard that again for anxiety, but the peppercorn crushing a peppercorn with your teeth through the anxiety, but the same thing if you can feel your seizure coming on to kind of crush one in your teeth to alleviate the symptoms or the onset.
I'm gonna go back and dig up that thing I found at some point, and I'll shoot that to Eagle or something. I should share that with you because it was. I think it'll really help. I think it's an option you might not have come across yet. It might have been a nitric oxide thing with bacteria or it was something like that, but it was just such a simple thing. But man, it was like, oh, that relates to seizures. I never understood that connection before. So, yeah.
You take care of the Thank you, insurance guy.
I make my own yogurts. I use starter cultures. I use organic yogurts. This is L. salvarus and L. reuteri. These are sort of like cornerstone indigenous human species of bacteria that's easily wiped out by if you ever had antibiotics or anything like that in your life, you probably ain't got any of these in your system. And these are quite important if you look at the benefits that these actually provide you. So I'm all about the microbiome. I'm big on microbes and micronutrients. I love it.
I'm actually,
That's one of my passions is, because that goes hand in hand with the living soil, because I apply all that knowledge and everything else to the living soil, because it is one and the same thing.
yeah, I'm releasing a whole video, series, but the first one I drop tomorrow is on cover cropping, and it specifically ties in that how that biological profile is connected, and how the digestive tract of the plant is the same as the human digestive tract, is the same as the cow's digestive tract. It's all the same thing. That biology forms that seam between the edges of organisms and facilitates that connection to flow smoothly. So important.
It's chemical reactions, whether it's happening inside your body or inside the soil. We can predict a lot of this stuff now. We've got the science, and we can see way smaller and more things than we ever were able to see. And that's really reading all these research papers and stuff, and about polyphenols and how flavonoids and everything are affecting the rhizosphere. So that's what I've been doing on my last round. Is I've been adding flavonoids into my rhizosphere.
I just had a guy. Oop, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're right. You didn't interrupt me.
I didn't know if I get the Zoom glitch occasionally. I had a guy on my channel a couple of weeks ago named Dan Kittredge from the Bionutrient Food Association. The last 10 years, he's been developing a handheld nutrient density testing device, and they have like 10 crops they've already built a database on. Like carrots, for one, there's up to a 40x difference between carrots, between sources in polyphenols and nutrient density. But you literally would have to eat 40 carrots versus one, depending on where they're coming from. It's that much of a difference.
And this is the benefits of, I think, of living soil as well, because it's so forgiving. So you can play around with it by just adding stuff into your tea that you brew or whatever, and just see how your plant responds to it. It's not going to be really an issue if you've got the microorganisms. They're going to take care of any sort of but if you do a bit of diligent research and stuff, you can pretty much find out, even from a lot of the stuff I've been researching comes from the tomato agricultural industry, and it's not even new. It's not even new research. It's just cannabis has never really looked into outside of plant dynamics, and they don't really look into the soil dynamics and just the health of the surrounding environment.
Yeah, just go to Google Scholar and look up plants and mineral nutrition. There's so much information, and that's just in the free category. Like you say, there's some books out there that are just phenomenally dense with perfect, just incredible information. They're expensive, but man, tell you what, you want to make an investment in long-term future yields for your own health and the health of your crops and the quality of your cannabis. Boy, that's the place to go. All starts in the soil.
And it all transfers over too, 100%. I heard you mention the other night when you guys were talking about sand a little bit. I believe you were talking about or hinting to the propagation in sand there, which Johnny Canseed a long time ago started utilizing a sand cloning tech, which they kind of coined Johnny Tech there for a while, but that comes from the fruit tree industry right there, the cloning of trees into the sand right there. And again, we should be looking all through horticulture and agriculture for tips to bring back home to the cannabis industry, because it all applies, and sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say it all applies. We'd be fools not to take away that, again, cannabis is this magical plant that has certain, only certain recipes that work and nothing else applies on all these other fields, because a lot of what they do in a lot of these other fields comes or can be directly related to our cultivation of a cannabis plant.
For sure. And vice versa the other way. Like the horticultural and big ag industry can learn so much in the cannabis industry too. Like if you talk to some of the like the regenerative guys who are really evolving, they'll tell you some of the best growers they know are cannabis growers, because we've been studying nutrition for a long time, trying to make it better. And what better feedback to get than potency as far as a way to determine whether or not you've hit your target, right? Wow, what a powerful feedback tool. Talk about direct epigenetic feedback telling you, did you hit it right or did you fuck it up this time? Are you high as a kite or are you sorry you did that?
I said that a long time ago about the fucking well, not so much the cannabis industry, but I was talking about like organics and crazy stuff in general. You know what I mean? But I did say, I forget who I was interviewing at the time. It could have been a WEedNerdWorld in general, or one of the variations thereof anyway. And I proposed that question, is cannabis gonna drive, the further knowledge in organics, yada yada yada. And I believe 100% greed of wanting, you know what I mean? Big industry, fucking big ag. It's gonna 100% push some research and to cultivation that will apply across the board through a lot of these other agricultural plants.
It's the wrong research though. They're interested in the two numbers or the three or four numbers, and I think we should be looking at just the same as we would a vegetable. We look at the whole entire nutrient content of that plant. It's not just spikes in certain numbers, because that's just ridiculous, as we all know. Yeah, that doesn't mean shit to the effect you get from it.
Here's some cool tools that are coming. Go ahead.
Listen, I want to say something. I think that cannabinoids and cannabinoid profiles and terp profiles are very important in defining the chemotype. And once you define the chemotype, then you can get a map for what this is. So what we want to know is the full expression, or what they call the full genetic potential of this plant, and mapping out, the signatures of, the terps and all of that. Because when I started hearing about terps, they said there were like 156 terps or something. Now I hear there's like, some crazy amount. And how do these interact with our own neurological systems? I'm just saying, we were talking about feedback and Brix tests and things like that, of course. But it's like this: we're getting so many data points that you can realize that maybe cannabis actually succeeds even when you fail. So in other words, like, the terpene levels, the cannabinoids, and even just the average shit is actually pretty good for you. I'm not downplaying anything about quality or craft or anything, because I seek out and seek to express that. But as a person who really is a student of the plant, and over my whole life in different ways, and 15 to 20 years in the cultivational aspect. Now I'm only saying I've made, all that means is it quantifies the amount of mistakes I've made. So point being, and I didn't come to like crossing a plant until like, the 13th or 14th year of my journey, even though I always held breeders in highest regard and respect, because I felt like it was an art as well as a craft, and you needed to know what you were talking about before you jumped in the game. And I'm not saying actually a whole community came up at the same time, kind of like those mushrooms do. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that subject, but I wanted to interject that a little bit.
That being said, this is where I come in with the dab song at the 20 there.
Nice.
Hopefully that wasn't super loud. Yes, I know it was. There you guys go. With that being said, this is where I'm going to call this one, guys. I appreciate you guys popping in. Happy birthday, Carlton. I hope your day is amazing tomorrow, my
Happy
friend.
birthday to you as well, my friend. Cheers.
Hi, Buddha Boy. I appreciate you guys popping in and helping me get through this episode. I greatly enjoy your company as well. We need to sneak him, Carlton, while you're in here, man. We need to sneak ICD into an episode of the Organic Wormhole, man. He is a very knowledgeable dude, man. I had a lot of combo, I bet.
Come on in, man. We'd love to have you. Come join us.
Yeah, I'll jump in on that. No worries.
So,
great.
hey guys, let's take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit in honor of our friend.
I will
And
take
we'll
it
get the hell out of here.
boy. Cheers.
Yeah,
I'm on edibles, but I already did it in honor.
You're fine. Hey, we get it.
Edibles cow.
You are an edible.
I am an edible. You're damn right.
It's fun. You guys have a good weekend. And yeah, we'll do this again. Well, Monday. It comes fast. Look how tall the motherfuckers are. Great job, brother. It's gonna be some good
Just
eats.
find it in the camera. There you go. Some big old tomatoes coming on here.
The other tomato.
Give me a couple of weeks. Give me a couple of weeks.
Funny. Hey guys, I'm gonna bug out first. I'm gonna just do it. Guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna make you guys have a good one, right? Everybody's gonna bug out, right? Hold on here. Never mind.
Everybody's got their dabs in there. All right, guys.
All right. I'm gonna just bug out first and just do this. You know I love you. We'll talk about running here in a period of time. And secondly, glad to have you on board with just going forward with whatever our personal agendas are. Who really gives a shit, right? All right, later, bro.
Have a good one, brother.
I'll jump off next as well. Happy birthday to the pair of you. I'll leave the birthday boys to celebrate together. You haters. And yeah, I'll jump on the next Wormhole organic takeover.
Be awesome.
All right, then. Next time.
Cheers, brother. Thank you again.
Awesome.
So,
well, I guess that leaves us. Happy birthday, Mr. Eagle. Cheers as always. Always appreciate the forum, the discussion, the place to chat. And I'm going to let you wrap this puppy up. Peace.
Peace, brother. Thank you all for all the happy birthday wishes. They are very much heartfelt. I look forward to doing this next episode. I'll get back to doing some interviews here soon. Kind of pondering some shit with the whole YouTube thing lately. But I'm sure it'll come back around. That being said, I do greatly appreciate all the people that help out. Need to start putting them Patreon people top that shout outs list because they help out quite a bit to keep this whole thing up and running. Keep yeah, it helps. It helps. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. And with that being said, please do that. I mean, really, please do that. If you could do something for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Just be to do something nice for somebody. You know, it's much easier than you think. I've said this a million times, man. It really doesn't take much. Look in the eyes of somebody that you know is down and needs a hello, thank you, a phone call, a checkup, passing us some buds, smoke down, a random high, a phone call, stopping, helping somebody across the parking lot that you see struggling, load some shit. There's a lot of easy ways to do it without pulling shit out of your pocket. So with that being said, I will see you soon, and I appreciate all of you.